No one ever prepares you for what happens to your body after you've given birth. But I'm here for you. So in this video, I'll be talking about things that change with your body, how your body changes after giving birth. Stay tuned. The first thing that happens to your body is loose skin. So you know how the tummy has been growing and then it's like, full, yeah? And then after you've given birth, everything is just coming down. So the skin has been stretched, to capacity. And then after, you have this skin that is extra and that is wrinkly. You guys, I don't know how to explain to you, but do you know how your elbow is? You know the skin of the elbow? It's like wrinkly and then dark and, looks funny. That's something that you might get after you've given birth. It doesn't happen to everyone because, like, for my first son, when I gave birth, my first child, first son, but like, I didn't get like extra skin. I didn't get my skin on the tummy was normal and firm. But then I think when I added the second pregnancy, the skin was like, not today, not today. So yeah, there's a bit of that. And it can, make you feel a certain way sometimes. But then we just remember that, hey, this is the beauty of being a mother. So that extra skin comes, and then even when you press it, you know how you press your elbow skin, you don't really feel the nerves there. I think either not there or they're dead. But somehow the nerves there are dead, and you can't even feel, even when you pinch, there's nothing happening. So that might happen to you, and just embrace it. Being a mother is beautiful. No one should tell you anything less, all right? That is something that might happen to you.
Light bulb moment with Lisa. Did you know that a snail can sleep up to 3 years? Maybe that's why it's slow. Guys, don't oversleep. Thank me later. Before I go, be sure to subscribe. Click that notification bell so you don't miss any of these light bulb moments.
The second thing that might happen to you after you've given birth is issues with your bowel movement. Now, after I gave birth to my first child, you guys, for over a year, there was something that was just not happening. It was just not okay, with my bowel movement. Like, I would sit on the toilet for even an hour or 30 minutes. Like, you want to go, but stuff is just not coming, Something there has been disorganized. TMI, too much information. But this is something that I want other mothers to know, that this could happen. And then what do you do, about it, so that you can ease the bowel movement? Like, yes, taking water and all those things. I really tried, but something was just not happening down there. So bowel movements may be a problem for you, but just be encouraged. It's part of the process. Motherhood. Yes, you have to go through all this. So that is something that could happen to you. Guys, look at my nails. Yes, that's all part of giving birth. So before I actually was a mother, I had these short, weak nails that would just break. They look terrible. I have no acrylics in here. These are my natural nails. After I gave birth, they would get so long and they were firm and hard. That's something I embraced. I was like, yes, I would give birth again. Because now I could have my nails, look nice without any issues. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So some things are good, some things not so much. But hey, it's all motherhood, and I'm glad to be a mother. Can we just talk about stretch marks for a minute? You know how they say, when you're pregnant, rub your belly with all these lotions so that, you don't get stretch marks? It's a lie, guys. It's a lie. The moment I knew I had conceived, I was putting bio oil. Wow. And the stretch marks were like not coming. When I reached about 8 to 9 months, I woke up one day and, tigress over here. Yeah, so the stretch marks are going to come, for some people, because someone told me it's genetic. Like if your mother had stretch marks, guess what? You might actually have stretch marks. So I asked my father, and she said, my mother used to, when she was pregnant, had stretch marks. So there was no running away from it. So embrace your inner tigress, The baby has gone, but you're left with all these nice marks, Just like, be confident. Put your head up, as you walk with your stretch marks, Embrace it. That's motherhood for you. The next body change that I would like to talk about is diastasis recti. Yes, guys, ab separation. I've talked about this in my previous videos. Wow, because the body has stretched, the stomach has stretched, so your abs get separated and you have like that whole, it's like a gap between your abs. So they're no longer like touching, they're like, and this causes so many women that have given birth to fail to lose that mommy push because of the ab separation. So you need to work on it. Check if you have diastasis recti. Please check the video in my bio. I've talked about this before and how you can check if you have ab separation, and then you work on it, because when you have ab separation, the pelvis is also weak. So some people have leakages, as you sneeze, some leakage in there, some pee comes out, or as you walk, the core is very weak, so you can't even do certain things. You can't jump on a trampoline, or you can't play with your kids because the pelvis has been weakened. The core is weak. So you need to work on those abs so they can come back, to how they used to be. That's just motherhood for you guys. Ab separation. Another change that I want to talk about is inflation and deflation. I'm not talking about economics here. I'm talking about body changes. So your bust is going to increase. So for some of you, you're happy about it. For some, if you already have maybe a bigger bust, maybe not so much. So for me, I had a small bust and I was excited when my boobs were like swollen and, full of milk. I felt like, now I have arrived. And that meant, of course, change of bras. You have to change up the bras, right? So you're excited, you're feeling all nice. And then I stopped breastfeeding. Guys, no one told me about deflation. Yes. Everything, like how you like burst a balloon and then it just deflates. Yes. There's deflation. They're no longer the pointy, nice, breasts that you used to have. And it affects you. I want to tell you that these body changes can affect you, and you need to find a way of gaining your confidence back, feeling good again, feeling like you're still sexy for your spouse, for your husband. It really plays a toll. It really does so much. So sometimes I'd look in the mirror and feel I'm not good enough. Is he going to find me attractive anymore? Like, yeah, but it's important that you have a spouse who's supportive, because he'll keep encouraging you and keep telling you, no, you are still beautiful. Yes, you still got it. That's very key, because your spouse can make or break, your heart. He can literally break you. So if you're a man out there and then you're putting pressure on a new mother saying, how come you're no longer looking the way you used to do when I married you? Hey, your stomach is no longer, your boobs are no longer. Please allow the woman to, find herself. It's hard on her already. She knows that her boobs are not the same. She knows that her stomach is not the same. So please, be as supportive as you should be. Men out there, this is for you. Yes. Be supportive. And one of the final changes that might happen to your body, like I've mentioned before, you've pushed that baby out, so that lower area may not be as tight as it was before you gave birth. Guys, we need to talk about these things because it happens. It's reality. So it's not going to be as tight as it was. So the women out there, you need to do exercises that are going to help get you back to where you are. Do the Kegel exercises. I don't know if you've heard about Kegel exercises. Do those exercises so they can tighten that area back and firm it up so that you can continue being the wife that your spouse married you to be. Yes, I know you know what I mean. So I've given my experience before. My stitches opened. Guys, they opened like I was seeing, and I was frightened. Honestly, I felt like I was not going to be a good wife anymore. I called my sister-in-law, crying, weeping, and telling her, I do? Is it going to go back? Is it going to go back? And because I didn't know, I didn't have like sisters who had given birth before, things like that. So I needed someone to encourage me and tell me, hey, I've given birth to 3. All those things happened to me and I'm still kawa. So I want to encourage you, mother out there, whatever happens down there, please, that area is elastic, but it can also be, it can go back to how it's supposed to be. Do the Kegel exercises, do everything you need to do to just firm it up. And I encourage you, you will be super. Yes. So those are my physical changes. Let me know in the comment section if any of these changes resonate with you. My name is Kusiima, and I'm here to inspire.